A comes here up, then it will be RA over resistivity L times E. Then 1 over V will be equals to 1 over E plus, wait, let me arrange it well first. It's 1 over V against 1 over L. So 1 over V equals to RA over resistivity L E, then plus 1 over E. I have to arrange it according to the equation of linear equation, that is y equals to mx plus c. 1 over v must be in the relative axis, 1 over l in the x-axis. So it will be 1 over v equals to 1 equals to Ra over resistivity E brackets 1 over L, then plus 1 over E. Therefore, this one is our y vertical axis, this one is our slope, this one is our x, this one here is our 1 over v intercept. It is positive and have a positive slope. Our graph will be like this. Change the 1 over v. Circuit structure 6. Okay. Battery, switch, voltmeter, rheostat. A graph of 1 over V, Vs R equals to I R plus VR, then E equals to IR plus IR. But here, we assume that the internal resistance of the battery is 0. So we have the R from this rheostat and the R from V. That is R and RV. Here we assume R equals to 0, which is internal resistance. Then from here, we do like this. But RV equals to V from Ohm's law. Therefore, E equals to I R plus V. We divide by V both sides. So the E over V equals to IR over V plus 1 over V. We divide by E both sides. Over E. Then 1 over V equals to R over E plus 1 over V. But from here, we say V equals to I RV. So instead of writing V, we write I RV, whereby I is current, RV is the resistance of the voltmeter. Equals to 1 over E I RV minus R plus 1 Referring to what we are asked to draw the graph of 1 over v ds_r. So 1 over v must be in the vertical axis here, then r in the horizontal axis. By comparing it with this equation of ours, 1 over v corresponds to y, 1 over e IRV corresponds to m, that means this one here is our slope, r corresponds to x, 1 over e corresponds to c. As our equation says, it shows that we have a positive slope and a positive 1 over v intercept. That is 1 over e. The rest of the graph goes like this. Structure number 7. A circuit like this helps us in finding resistivity of a material. Here we have wire W, whereby it has a certain length. And as you say, if you have the length of a wire, you can get its resistance. And hence, you get its resistivity from the equation R equals to resistivity L over A. As we know, A is constant. Each wire has a diameter, of which we can get it by using micrometer screw gauge. After getting the diameter, we get the R. Then resistivity can be deduced from this equation of 1 over I against L. These are LW. As usual, from E equals to I, R plus I. Therefore, okay. I equals to E over R plus I. I reciprocate this to be 1 over I, because to this when we come up, this will only be down, R plus R over this L. And from here, as we can see, we don't have any L, but we can get our L from this equation here. So we substitute the value of R by putting this equation here. There. Therefore, it will be 1 over I equals to resistivity L over A plus R over E. Then 1 over I will be equals to resistivity L AB plus R over E. I'll arrange it according to this equation here. Y equals to mx plus c. That is will be 1 over I equals to L plus R. Therefore, 1 over I corresponds to Y. Resistivity A times E corresponds to M. That is, all of this is our slope. L corresponds to X. C corresponds to R of E. From this equation here, our slope is positive. Our y-intercept, that is 1 over I-intercept, is also positive. Okay, the nature of the graph. Graph of 1 over I ds L dot E. Therefore, our aim was finding the resistivity of our y. So, from here, our slope, after getting the slope, we'll equate that slope equals to resistivity over A E. So from here, I can get the resistivity of the y. Another circuit structure. We have our Y&W, voltmeter, ammeter, rheostat, and the battery. Drawing of graph of V, Vs, I. This one here is general. You can get it from E equals to I, R. That is Ohm's law. So from here, arranging it to be like V equals to R, then I. Y equals to M, X. Our equation does not have a y-intercept. It has a positive slope. Our slope is resistance. So, after conducting this experiment and drawing the graph, the slope will be the resistance of this y here, which will be in your circuit. The graph will be like this. From here, we say it does not have a y-intercept. That is, the intercept is 0. That means our graph will pass through the origin. R, that is resistance. Hizi ni simple experiments. Naweza kufanya na watu wa A-level au O-level. Ndio kama hofu tunafanya hizi experiments sababu matukio ni kuelewa na kujua jinsi ya kuderive hizi formulas. Hakuna kitu kigumu. Ukikaa chini ukielewa na kusoma vizuri na kufuatilia vizuri hii channel yetu ya physics. Pia usisahau kushare na kusubscribe. Na karibisha tena siku nyingine.